Welcome, everybody, to Self-Evident Podcast. You got Massey, you have Mike.
Yo.
We're here, right? We're doing what we're doing. You may have noticed the last couple of weeks we haven't done the podcast. We usually typically either or switch off. If I'm gone, Mike will do it. If I need to do one and he's not here, whatever the case is. About a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, we were both doing a podcast, and we really felt, both of us at the same time, and I think we've been feeling it for a minute, that what's the Lord doing with it? You know, we knew we didn't do this for viewership or anything like that, but a lot of people were still commenting on what we were doing, and the people that did watch it enjoyed it. Got some great reviews on Google and Apple and all that stuff. But both of us, we're going to explain it this way. I have Self-Evident. I also have another little thing going on the side with some consulting that I'm doing for some different churches and things like that. My time is constantly spent and traveling and touring and preaching and all that stuff. And plus my kids and my wife, my beautiful wife, Carrie, who you guys love on the show. I'll let Mike explain what he does because we are in 100% support of what he's doing. We're promoting it. We're doing all that stuff. We still sell his merch at what we do, and he's doing the same for us. But we're both like kind of on this track of, okay, it's not working right now. It's not jiving. And I think a lot of the times him and I are two passing ships because he also has other work that he does with consulting and such for other companies. And so we're passing ships, and I'm like, okay, can we chill on this for a minute? And Michael explained it too, but this is just our hearts to you.
And it honestly, it was something I had been feeling for a little while.
Yeah,
and
same.
We had a technical meltdown with the podcast that we were trying to record.
And it was great. It was awesome.
It was one of those podcasts where we're like, yeah, we nailed it.
Nailed it.
And then I go back to check the audio, and it's like, no, we didn't nail it.
The
Nothing
mics weren't on,
recorded it.
yeah.
Yeah. It was one of those where we both looked at each other and we're like, maybe it's time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not one of those things. Hear our hearts. It's not like, oh, an obstacle came in the way. And
Yeah,
now
not at all. Not at all.
We both just decided that, okay, maybe let's take a break. We both, like you mentioned, I've got the Forge that I'm working on and pursuing. I have
We'll put the website and the links and everything. If you guys want any masculine stuff, he'll tell you about it. But man, what a ministry.
Thank you. I've got other jobs I'm doing. I do some marketing stuff for some other companies, copywriting, that kind of thing. So he's got all of his stuff he's doing. I've got all my stuff. And we just looked at each other and we're like, what is the best use of the time that we've got at this moment?
Yes.
You know, and so we both decided, you know what, maybe let's take a step back. Let's double down on what we really feel like we need to double down on, and let's see where we're at in a couple of months. Now, that being said, it's not like we're going to go completely dark. You know, I'll let you explain kind of what you're going to be doing. That we'll still post up on the podcast channel and everything.
Yes.
But
So I'm going to start switching to do at least every other day or daily lives. I'm just going to do maybe a 10-minute thing. I've wanted to do this since last year, and it's just a discipline to just do it. But I kind of feel like, you know, whenever I go live just on my phone, not the studio, it seems to like do better. You know, people gravitate to it, and maybe the time that we do it at. And then also, I'm going to help contribute to Mike's ministry and his website and his blogs. I'm going to try to learn to write my thoughts, and Mike's asked me to help do some of that stuff. Not like every week or anything, just whenever I get an idea for our website, he would like to have it on his. Mike equally is going to help sometimes do like a live for me when I need him to. Mike still does a lot of work for us here at Self-Evident. He's still very much plugged in. He still does a lot of research for me. He's still in front of the camera. Him and I are working on doing some conferences together for what he does and what I do together. Like, how would that mesh together? I believe we're calling men higher in a lot of ways. His niche is so much more pointed to men. Mine is more a citizen, a civility, if you will. His is body, soul, spirit. And so as I do these kind of lives and go, I'll still do some studio stuff from here and there. So will Mike. And maybe not as frequent as we're used to. Don't worry. We're still, him and I are still
here,
still together. Still, matter of fact, he wrote something up for a podcast I have to do here in the future because I didn't have the time, and he's like a research master. So he's still going to help me do a lot of things, write books. He's still going to speak for me when I need him to. If I can't do certain events, he's going to go. But we're also actively promoting his thing out there, and he's finding events to speak at and whatnot. So it's going to be a little bit more just me, maybe sometimes Carrie, sometimes Mike. But right now, I'm telling you, it's really hard when both of us have our own visions, passing ships. Hey, we got to do a podcast. And both of us are like, what are we going to talk about? We're not putting in the passion we did once before, and it weighs on us. We want good stuff for you guys.
And you got to realize, like, when we did these podcasts Mondays and Fridays, like it would take up 4 or 5 hours of our day.
I know.
Right in the middle of our day, record, get it ready, put it out there. And so, not to belabor the point, but we just felt like, okay, it's time to shift gears. It's time to step back, do some more simple stuff, get you guys answers and content that you still want. But we got stuff we got to focus on. And we've loved doing it. Yeah. Not saying it'll be done forever, but
no, I don't think so.
Both of us have really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's just,
and it may be seasonal. It may be seasonal what we do, right? It may be, we record a bunch of podcasts for 2 months and then release it as a season. I know a lot of podcasts do that. That may be what we have to do so that we can use our time better in the future. But just for now, man, like if you were just to go to his website, which if you can just explain what you do so people know what you do, I'm so passionate about what he does because it's working for me. I've been posting a lot about my workouts and losing weight and all that stuff. It's because of this dude and the Lord that I'm even in a position to say, hey, I'm losing weight. I'm doing all these things. I am a living testimony of what this guy's fruit is. Does this make sense? I'm the fruit of his ministry. And so equally as much as he's been a fruit of mine or we're just bros, I mean, I'm being transformed because of him. And so I'm doing everything I can to like get people to come to his website, to take his 15-week discipleship stuff, buy his books because it's impactful. You know what I mean? So when he said he wanted to do it, I'm like, of course, duh. That's always been his passion.
Right. And so if you go to theforge.org, really the explanation is right on the front of the page, right? I've got a passion for the everyday guy. And I kind of jokingly say, look, I'm not a Navy SEAL. I'm not an Army Ranger. I'm a guy with a bum knee and a achy elbow and bills
and a buttload of kids
and tons of kids that I've got to take care of, right? And I've got a passion for those everyday guys, the guys who are just trying to make it. They're trying to figure out how do I do better for my family, for myself, for my work? How do I serve the Lord better in everything I do?
Right.
I'm passionate about the potential of guys. And so, I mean, Massey's been amazing, been very supportive, and we're eager to kind of parse out that next step. Of
Partner with it. Yeah.
Where do we bring this to more people? And so that's something that I've got to put my heart into. I've got to put my energies into, and I'm excited for it. Like
I am too.
It's fun.
I am too, man. I'm stoked. And again, I was like at first, obviously, like, man, don't leave me. But like, when you know someone's passion, you can get behind it 100%. And again, I'm the fruit of it. So, guys, go to theforged.org. Theforged.org. You can find out more about what he's doing. Again, we're still actively selling his books, and he's got a couple. He's authored 3 books. I mean, he's no slouch to this stuff. But again, you'll see me more, obviously just me and sometimes Carrie. He'll come on every once in a while. We're still contributing to each other. You just won't see us together for a little bit because, again, there's just a lot going on. Wish we could explain more. Just one example. I'm going to be gone the entire month of July. I won't even be in Stuart, Florida for me to do what I'm doing. I'm going to be in Texas and South Carolina and back to Texas. So it's impossible for us to do a podcast together and actually find the time and the hours to do it. So just know we're still here and
yeah. There's no beef. There's no separation.
I even hate that we even have to say that crap. You know what I mean? But it is. So guys, we love you. Again, go to theselfevidenttruth.com. Thank you so much for supporting us on the last tour. We just got back from South Carolina last night. Tomorrow morning, I leave for Wisconsin and Missouri. So we're just constantly moving and going. And again, I don't like putting that pressure on him to have to do it all when he's got his own thing to do. So just go support him as well. And guys, we'll see you very soon. I'm gonna try to go live on my phone when I'm out on town. When I'm here, I'll just do some studio stuff. We love you guys so much, Mike. I don't know what you want to say, but
all right, guys, we love you all. We'll still be around. We appreciate all of you who listened, who paid attention, who watched, who commented. And if there's anything we can do, you are more than welcome to reach out to us. Contact us. Let us know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are. Go to our Facebook page. Facebook page is bumping.
It is.
Yeah. Or check out Massey's Instagram. What is your Instagram?
And it's Massey Compost, like my name. But the Facebook post I just did got like 4. I mean, it popped. It blew up.
It did.
So, and I'm excited for that. It was just my weight loss kind of transformation. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. You can see I still got chubby cheeks, but I'm working on it. And it's going to his house every day at 6 a.m., dieting and doing it right. You know what I mean? And following a routine and discipline. So we love you guys. We will see you very, very soon together.
All right. Love y'all. Bye.